How are we all? Welcome to España. And yeah, just in case you thought I was lying, because it could be a little zoomy avatar thing behind me, but no, it's not. This, my friends, is Barcelona. It is now, just in case, I'm on the other side of the coin here, where a lot of times we do this at 10:30 in the morning in California, and you guys are like, it is the middle of the night, Jackson. Well, it is 7:30 p.m. where I am right now, and slowly been getting used to this whole shebang. Oh, let me make this a little bigger. Can I do that? Ooh, there we go. So anyhow, yes, here we are. And I was going to tell you guys all about what the trip has all been about and what we've been doing here, because we have been what really Grandmammy Annie says that it is also 7:30 p.m. in, did you say Norway? Yeah, in Norway. It's a small world after all. And there's Leslie from Granada, where I was, and I'll tell you guys about that in a bit. Smoking? No, my friends, I do not. There's Betsy from Vancouver. Patricia says, welcome to Spain. Where are you at, Patricia? Are you here with me? Are you under the table? So anyway, let me, and we'll talk about some other stuff as well. And there's Monica from Israel is on board. Welcome to you. Proxima, our friend. Welcome, Proxima. Good to see you. Yeah, it's been a while. We haven't been able to talk to one another in quite a while. And I just see now that I'm doing this from Spain, everybody from everywhere in the world. Now, Vicarious here is from the Big Island. So that means, okay, wait, let me get this right. It was 9 hours between here and Los Angeles, another 3 hours to the Big Island. This is crazy stuff, man. Anyway, let me just warn you all that there's a possibility that the Wi-Fi here may just give out. So if it does, then I will do my best to return. And this is fantastic. It's good to see you guys all over the world. And I'm just reading all of these things from, oh, Magdalena just said that she's in Sevilla. And yes, I had just been to the Feria down there, the spring fair, which is a big deal in Sevilla. So anyway, let me tell you how it's all gone here, because it's been a lot of fun. I'm going to run down, because this trip has been a lot. And if you guys have never heard me talk about Spain before, I've always wanted to spend more time here. Both me and my wife, Minu, love this place a lot. So what's up from Plant City, Florida? What's up, Denny? Good to see you. So we've been here before together, but we decided to give it a little bit of a spin this time. So this time I always go to Madrid. I love Madrid a ton. And I think part of it is because I'm from New York, and Madrid just feels like New York, just with a little bit of a softer edge. So we start there. And by the way, on the way here, because any of you guys who are in Europe, you know what I'm talking about, because, well, not everybody in Europe, but anyway, if you're in the UK, you would know this, that we flew into Gatwick, which is far outside the city of London. And then, although it says it's in London, but yeah, that was a long drive. Anyway, and then we were going to fly out again from Heathrow. And I thought to myself, you know what, that might be a great excuse to hang out in London, because I have never been to London before. And I thought it was time. And oh, hello, Madison. And thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much, Madison. So from London, yeah, we hung out. I did, the touristy stuff, saw Big Ben and Parliament and what House of Commons, right? Yeah. And what else did we see? Oh, God, we saw everything. And yeah, our hotel was in the West End. I had no idea how insane that could be. Believe it or not, like I'm not particularly fond of big crowds. Now I'm from New York City. You would imagine that I'd be totally cool, but I'm not. I'm not totally cool. And man, that the West End on a Saturday night was a bit much. From there, and everywhere I've been, there's been some form of incredible crowd. From there to Madrid. Madrid, we hung out for a few days. And all along, and I'm going to run down some of these amazing cat advocacy groups and animal advocacy groups that we've been hooking up with here. We went to Madrid. And by the way, a lot of people, especially on Instagram, and I think a little bit here as well, were telling us to go visit certain groups, and those groups were also DMing us, and that's how we found out about a lot of these guys, and that's the people we hung with. So anyway, the first time we were in Madrid, we went and hung out at Gaudi, which is the first cat cafe in all of Spain and only the 5th in all of Europe. And they've been around for quite a while. And we went there and we hung out. And no, I didn't, Juby Jew did not visit a cat cafe in London. We were only there for like 2-3 days. And I just was simply trying to cover the tourist spots, which have never been all that. I've never been much of a tourist, I always feel self-conscious about that. But anyway, from there, we went to Gaudi, hung out with our friends there. There you are. Mwah! And our friends Eva, Raquel, Elena, doing great work over there. Lots of adoptions. We love you very much and miss you already, although we've only been gone for a few days. We're in Barcelona now. And I know the folks in Madrid, there's a little bit of a thing going on between the two cities, which we can talk about some other time. Anyway, so hung out with those guys, saw the good work they were doing, took a tour of the place, which I filmed, by the way. And we're going to be posting that sometime in the near-ish future because we've got other stuff that we were filming as well. Yes, Madison, we will talk about the feral cats in Spain in just a few minutes. You were reading my feline mind. Well, that's funny. Grandmammy Annie is saying, please go see Cat Kingdom in Chiang Mai, Thailand, since I'm on this side of the pond. That's Thailand. Thailand is not anywhere near here. But that's funny. No closer than Cincinnati, where Deborah is. Anyway, so after hanging out with those guys, doing a lot of adoptions and a lot of caring for the cats that are not doing too well, they keep them in isolation if they're ill, and then get them adopted. And while we were there, I'm going to give away this story that I will be posting about soon. And I'm not going to try the Spanish. I'm really kind of self-conscious about any way that I speak Spanish. I can understand a fair bit at this point, but I get really shy. Anyway, so his name was Biscuit. And Biscuit is a blind cat born without eyes. Sweetest freaking boy. I mean, honestly, if Mina and I lived over here, it would have been problematic because I fell in love with him. And he had this little, I can't remember, Reginald? I think it was Reginald, was his seeing eye cat, like his little buddy who they went together everywhere. It was the sweetest thing in the whole wide world. And while we were in Madrid, they both got adopted. And so hopefully they'll be leaving Gaudi really soon, starting their new life. Oh God, I loved that boy so much. Anyway, so let's see, from there, we went down to Sevilla, down to the south, where we then hung around down there. And in Sevilla, we went to the Feria, as mentioned before, which again was a whole bunch of people. Yes, Cheryl, they went home together, of course. Biscuit and Reginald, Biscuita, I can't. And Reginald went home together. And no, they would never have been adopted apart. They were wonderful together. Like I said, I filmed a bunch of it. I got to slap all this stuff together, and we're going to get that out there sooner or later. There's a Real Madrid fan. Let me tell you something. Real Madrid was playing the championship against Man City, like when we were at a hotel right on Gran Via. It was crazy. It was nuts. That was fun. Anyway, I'm getting. Wait. What'd they say? Oh, okay. I thought that somebody was telling me how to pronounce Reginald. Anyway, so we went to Sevilla, and it's a little. There's a lot of horse-drawn carriages and stuff. Now, listen, I'm from New York. I got problems with it. Big problems with the horse-drawn carriages in New York. A lot of it going on down south as well. And I'm not here to speak poorly. It was hard, but it was still, a joyful time to be there. And we then went to this wonderful animal rescue outside of Sevilla. And here's what's a beautiful thing is that we were in Madrid, and Minu saw this flyer for a animal sanctuary in Sevilla on the wall. And we figured, what the heck, let's reach out to them and see if they want us to be, if they want to see us. And boom, we were going down there, and it was crazy. And of course I filmed this one too, but it was out well past the city, on many, many acres of land, almost impossible to find. Thankfully, those guys helped me get there. Yeah, Belinda, it's funny because in Spain proper, I don't get recognized as much as I do most other places. But most of the animal people, the cat people specifically, know me. And so there's always, yes, everybody is jumping in about the horse-drawn carriages, and it's good to hear you guys. It's a real stressor for me. Again, I'm not calling out Sevilla or any other place in Andalusia. I am calling out New York, calling out Chicago, calling out Charleston, South Carolina, calling out so many cities across the world that still insist on putting these horses through their paces in the dead of summer. It's too much. I can't. It makes me crazy. Isabel, I'm from New York City. I'm from Manhattan originally, and still consider myself a New Yorker, even though I haven't lived there proper full time for many, many years. But if anyone ever asks, I'm a New Yorker. Yeah, Florence, Italy. Yep, there are. I don't know, Tina. It's funny. You're saying that it must be a relief not to be recognized sometimes. It's weird. When I was growing up, I was always a little bit of a odd duck, in terms of the way I dressed and looked and whatever. So I was always convinced that people were staring at me, which oftentimes they were, but I'd be like, why is everyone staring at me? As I was hanging like pieces of fruit from my ears. And so then comes TV and everything. And well, now I'm like, okay, people are staring at me because either they think I'm going to rob them or because they know me from TV. And now I don't know the difference. But yeah, in the animal community, no matter where I go, which is a really amazing thing, because it helps me and Minu to get to know people faster in places like Spain, because we're trusted, So anyway, so in Sevilla, we met up with Santuario La Candela, and that, like I said, in the woods, but they have all animals there. I mean, I was hanging out, and I forgot his name, but I have pictures of me with this bull who was rescued. Well, actually, he was like the bull equivalent of a bottle baby. And they had him since they were carrying him around. I swear to you, he's the size of a building. Like if this is me and I'm 6'2", he's here. Like I was just loving on that boy. Anyway, and then they have pigs and sheep, cats and dogs, all kinds of animals that they rescue, give great care to. So shout out to those guys, to Lise, the vet that I met, Lucia, the founder, and everybody else who was down there. Again, you're going to find out a little more about these guys as we go. Anyway, then we went tooling around. Granada, we were in Granada, which is a beautiful place. Then we let me tell you something. If you're not used to driving around Spain with those teeny tiny little streets, it can be a thing. So anyway, so then we, okay, sorry. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. Linda, they did have a number of bulls rescued from bullfighting at Santuario La Candela. So then anyway, we come back to Madrid after all that, and we met up again with the guys at Caturday, but then we also went to a place called Familia Bombay. And Familia Bombay is a fairly new sanctuary/rescue specifically for feline leukemia positive cats. And they've actually done really well in keeping these guys alive, educating about them, showing that these guys can also live lives that are of high quality. And it's funny because the founder, Soraya, didn't know, and this is all of our stories who started in rescue or sheltering or advocacy or whatever. And she basically found a cat who she named Bombay, and her litter of 9 kittens, all of whom turned out to be feline leukemia positive. And so she learned a lot. And so hold on, let's see if I can get rid of that comment because it's bothering me. I think I'll block you. There we go. I can do that, So anybody who says bullfighting is the best, they're gone. So that it's my room, and I'll ban you if I want to. So anyway, we hung out with those guys, and again, great work being done. They have grown so fast in such a short amount of time, but visited their cats again, filmed some stuff there. So we'll show you all about that. Man, so much. Then we, again, because we met the guys at Candela in Sevilla, they told us, hey, we know somebody up near Madrid who is a great guy. His name is Fernando, and he's got a group, and the group's name is, because there's so many groups, I got to look at it, Santuario Salvando Peludos, all species. And they said, he's having his 10th anniversary of his group. They'd love for you to go up there. So we hung out with them. And through that celebration, we met amazing groups. That there was one guy, he had all these, like 40 horses or something like that, from Santuario Winston. And we met everybody at this group. It was wonderful to be up there, joined by Eva from Gaudi. And I just got to hang out and meet great people, see amazing artwork. There, I got to tell you, got this book here, and just gorgeous portraits of all kinds of animals. But the cat portraits in here are gorgeous. All of the money went to support Salvando Peludos, and Fernando and Sarah and everybody else that we met that day. They were amazing and done a lot of great cat and dog work. And let me tell you, I got pictures of a lot of these places, some video. Then we went back to Madrid. I'm telling you guys, this is only in a couple of weeks. Madison, bullfighting is illegal. now in all of Catalonia, which is up where we are right now, Barcelona and the area up here, illegal up here. Not so much in the rest of Spain, but it started up here, and hopefully it will continue to spread. So AGAR, which is short for Asociación de Amigos de los Gatos de Retiro, which is from Retiro Park in Madrid. It's basically the Spanish equivalent of Central Park. It's gorgeous, and just a beautiful place to be. And we always love to hang out there. And these wonderful women are responsible for the almost 300 feral cats who call Retiro Park their home. They are divided up into about 10 different colonies, and 98% of these cats are now TNR. They're spayed, they're neutered, they're being cared for, they're fed every day. It's just a beautiful thing. And we were so happy to spend a little bit of time with Mercedes and Tamara and Carmen, who took us all over the place. They were amazing. Really, again, wait till you see these cats. It was a great time. It was a great time. And God, what else did we do? Oh, there's also the biggest cemetery in Madrid is also home to about 250 cats. And only about 2 or 3 people are responsible for the trapping, neutering, and returning of all those guys. And let me tell you, they are using their own money to take care of these cats. But again, all TNR'd, not all. They're working on it because, there's a lot of places for a cat to hide in an old cemetery if they want to. What's frustrating? Do I keep in touch with the kitten lady? Yeah. Why? Why is that frustrating? Thank you, Debbie. I know my pronunciation isn't great. I'm getting there. Someday I'll be not so shy about speaking. The Spanish people are so nice about it. They just recognize that I'm trying, and so they cut me some slack. But anyway, oh, sorry, the Wi-Fi was giving me a little bit of an issue, perhaps. Anyway, we were talking about the cemetery. It was great to see again. Yeah, we just spent some time watching her take care of the cats, introducing me to some of the cats. Anyway, then from there, yeah, man, I think I got everything. And then we wound up, then we came here to Barcelona. And because I've never been to Barcelona, it was a chance for me to hang out here, learn the city a little bit. We're going to be visiting, I think, at Cat Cafe, a few rescues. So, hey, man, we're going to be living it up here for a few other, I think, what are we doing? 2 weeks? 10 more days, something like that. Anyway, if you happen to be in Barcelona, say hi to me. If you see me, it might freak me out a little bit because, I'm not being called out on the streets or anything. But I'm sorry, I'm trying to read everything. It's cool. Don't worry about my. Thank you for embarrassing me and telling me that my accent is cool. Thank you. It's just, I've always been. I think I was traumatized by my high school Spanish teacher. I think that's what it is. And yeah, so I'll have to undo that. You know what's really crazy? I just got to show you this. We get to Barcelona, we're walking down the street, and you think there's a sign that you belong in a city. Look what we found on the street. We're just walking, and we're just like, oh, what's this that's on the street? Of course, now he or she is my mascot and hanging out with me. What's up, Funkadelic fan? If you're a Funkadelic fan, I love you too. So there we have that. Anyway, so that's my story, Morning Glories. And obviously we've been pretty busy, but still having a good time, still making some content for you guys that you will see Soon. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I am used to having our main man, Brandon, film me at all times. I got myself a camera. I said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get to Spain. And I'm going to film myself and be all like vlog style here. And I am just not, I mean, good at it. I need help. I need help. Yes, my friends, the food in Spain is good. It's kind of a little, depending on where you go, a little challenging if you're vegan. Not so much in places like Madrid and Barcelona. Barcelona, I believe, has 100+ vegan restaurants, and Spain also has amazing places as well. But yeah, once you start getting down south, it's a little challenging. Lots of toast, lots of toast and sort of spaghetti. Shaw, I believe if you're vegetarian, it's easier for sure. But yeah, there's vegan paella to be had, and of course I love that tremendously. My awesome purple rug. What awesome purple rug are you speaking of? Oh, are you talking about the one that's in the studio where we film? It could be that, because where else would you see a rug of mine? Believe it or not, that was from like Wayfair or Overstock or whatever. And it was purple. And I was like, I don't care how crappy it is. I want it, you know? So love you too, Tanya. Thank you very much for your kind words. It's so good to be with you guys again. It's been quite a long time. There it is, Haley. You're right. It was the cat cave rug. And like I said, I wish there was a better story around it, but I need a purple rug. Everyone's like, purple rug? Is that slang for something? Yeah, no, I did. The patatas, tortillas, fabigu. Yes, I love them. After a while, potatoes start to lose their luster. And, you know, if you guys know me, I'm a devotee of the Beyond Burger, the Impossible Burger. But if I see another one, man, you know, yes, Lori, there will always be a bit of disconnect in terms of me being vegan and my cat's not being vegan. It's what we got to do, unfortunately, but it's a choice we have to make, man. You know, they have to live, and they are obligate carnivores. And you know what? I'm telling you what, you guys, take my word for it. Within the next, I would say 7-8 years, we are going to be selling cat food made of lab-raised meat, clean meat. It's going to happen, and a lot of animals will live because of it. Okay, so, whoo, man, that was a lot. So, oh yes, finally, yeah. It's a thing. I mean, we're very close to clean meat for humans. And if you don't know, you know, lab-raised meat means that it's actually real meat, and it's made from basically the cells of a single animal, and from there it's replicated, and it's meat. So it is what it is. Okay. I will tell you what, I'm looking at some of the comments here because I really want to be able to talk to you guys about what's going on in your lives. Justin P., if you want to submit videos to us, just go to jacksongalaxy.com/submit, and you will see a form where you can upload everything. And we'd love to see it. That's it. There it is. Thank you, Lindsay. And isn't that amazing? Isn't technology amazing, Lindsay, that we can be doing this with you in Las Vegas and me in Barcelona? And, you know, I actually took one of those tourist buses, you know, the double-decker buses. You can hop on, hop off. I have never done that. I've never done something that blatantly touristy. But Barcelona is one of the most architecturally beautiful places you will ever see. It is a place unto itself. You can't compare the architecture here to any other place on earth. It's just tremendous. I really hope you guys get to at some point come here and experience it. A little, again, with me and crowds, it's a little much. We were walking around today in certain districts here, and it was just a lot of people, and I think mostly tourists. Wait, who just asked me for? Who just asked me? Somebody just asked me for. There it is. JJ's Cat Life. Let's show that one. Advice for asparagus. Advice for asparagus cat consultant. I will say this. I always tell anybody to do it the way I did it, although everyone's going to do it their own way. My school was my shelter that I worked for. You get to learn cat behavior, in rapid succession. You got cats who need your help, people who come to you who are going to surrender their cats that you're trying to get out of there ready for adoption. And it's just bang, bang, bang. That's how you learn. And at the same time, you're doing good for the community. And that's the way I would tell you to do it. And you just spend your time there until you start feeling confident enough to, tell other people about cats, teach them, educate, consult, and you'll know when it's time. I'm not saying that any of you who go to who go and get certified, and go to any of the schools is doing the wrong thing. Absolutely not. I just real life experience worked really well for me. So there you go. What else are we doing here? Shelley, the architect's name is Gaudi. And if you've ever seen Familia Sagrada, it's the most insane basilica in the world. I mean, there's nothing like it. And we just drove by it for the first time on that tour bus. And here's the thing. It got started in the late 1800s. Gaudi at that time was about 30-something years old, spent the rest of his life building that thing, or, being the architect and designer and engineer. Never got done in his 40 years. It is still being built. Yeah, that's right. But it is absolutely one of the most beautiful things in the world. Sagrada Familia. What did I say? Did I not say Sagrada Familia? No. Anyway, that's what it is. It's just brilliant. And anyway, advice from this group: best method for using JG Cat stress drops. Fur or water? Both. There's no reason you don't have to worry about overdoing flower essences. I mean, I would tell you not to put too many drops in at once. But in terms of how many times a day you use it, that's what makes them safe. So yeah, a couple of drops in the palm of your hand, rub your hands together, pet, done. Never have to put it in their mouth, never have to do anything that's going to stress them out as you're trying to de-stress them. And then you can also put a few drops in their wet food, a few drops in their water, and I'm saying a few, 2-3 drops. And then our formulas also are sold with a little spray top. And then you can also spray socially significant areas, cat beds, cat trees, any place where the cats hang out. And there it is. Glad I can answer that question from you. What's up, Jenna? Good to see you. It's been a while. As long as we don't have live streams going on here, I never get to see Jenna. So good to see you, and happy Caturday to you. Drops of what now? Optic nerve? They are flower essence solutions, and I've been making them for 20 plus years. 23 years. And they've always worked really well for me, which is why I recommend them. And I continue to sell them and continue to make them and formulate them. And you can go to my website and learn all about flower essences and what makes them safe. And and to me, very effective as well. So there you go. There you go, Optic Nerve on the website, jacksongalaxy.com, and you'll see everything that there it is. Thank you very much, Lindsay. I wish I hear cines or signs. I'm saying cines. You know what's really funny is that my English has gotten worse since I've been here, but my Spanish hasn't gotten better. So it's kind of a conundrum there. But anyway, what was I saying to I hear signs? What the hell was it? What was it? What were you saying? Wait, I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll find it. Oh my God, there it is. Please start shipping to Europe. I'm telling you what, I actually, some of the guys that we've visited here, the advocacy groups, I'm like, well, I'm just going to send you guys some books. Do you know what it costs to ship books over here? It's insane. And I wish we could. Wait, no, that's funny. That is funny. And a round of applause for the Palace Worm. Thank you, Palace Worm. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry we can't ship here yet. That said, I have found that Amazon, if you search my name, there are a number of our products that are being wholesaled here, which is frightening because I didn't know they got here. Plus, Amazon also has been printing copies of my book, which I didn't even know they could do that. But I guess Amazon can do anything because they have all the money in the world. But as they do that, hey, everybody who lives here, you want to get a copy of any of my books, that's the way to do it, especially if you speak Spanish, which, believe it or not, my books are translated into many, many languages. But the company that bought the rights to the Spanish translation, I don't know, it's been sitting on it now for years. We can't do anything about it. So if you want to read my books in Spanish, you can get it on Kindle, but just not the hardcover, which is nutty, nutty, nutty. Anyway, and I believe, Pepe, that you can get the Seasons of My Cat from Hell anywhere, I believe. I don't know if it's on Amazon or not, but you can absolutely get it. And that, you know, I just saw somebody from Madrid, and Carna Ruiz Paras is from Madrid, Spain. You know, why haven't I met any of you guys who keep saying that you're here? Why can't you find me? I feel all alone. I am just kidding. This is a very interesting question. Somebody asking me if I see that my fluorescent solutions are more effective than Feel Away. I think they are, you know, apples and oranges. They work on a totally different level. But what does unite them is that it will work for some and not for all. I mean, I think that Feel Away just doesn't work, you know, for a lot of cats, but it does work for others. Same thing with my essences. It's just, yeah, they're just different. But great question. Pamela in Philly. Love you guys in Philadelphia. Miss you too. I haven't been to Philly in quite a long time. But we're going to be, you know what's amazing? I'm going to tell you guys a little something about what I'll be doing. Oh, I like that. Someone's saying that they like my litter, which is sustainably yours. Thank you, Sunkissed. Anyway, we are very proud of the fact that the Jackson Galaxy Project, in association with Greater Good Charities, we have finally launched Cat Positive 360, which is a vision for cats in sheltering and beyond. And it's really, really thrilling for me because for 30 years, since I first started in the shelter I was working in, I said, if I ever get the chance, I'm going to teach cat in a way that I think will resonate with people. And And now we get to, and we're piloting this program, meaning we're starting to shape it. It's a very big undertaking, and thankfully we've been funded for a couple of years for this, so we get to really work the program into shape. But anyway, we premiered it at the Humane Society of the United States Expo, the yearly get together for shelters there and rescues. And then we went to South Carolina, and now in the next, I'm back home for a week, and then we're off to Broward County in Florida to teach there. Then we're off to Kansas City. We'll be going to Boise. We'll be going to, where else? We'll be going to, Pittsburgh. We're going to be going to San Diego, all over the map. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we get to, I think at the end of the day, not just save more cat lives, but empower the people who care for them to come up with a new way of thinking about these cats and using, imagination and innovation to make better lives for them. So really kind of stoked on that. Anyway, there's going to be a moment here where I'm going to have to start wrapping up because Wi-Fi ain't cheap. Okay, it's free. But optic nerve, of course, I like dogs. I miss my dogs. I miss my cats. I miss my chicken. I miss my turtle. I miss everybody, man. But I'm not going to lie, because there's so many dogs on the, people walking dogs on the street. I'm just like, oh, that looks like my dogs. And so I miss them a lot. So anyway, I want to let you know that, yes, we have taken a tiny bit of a hiatus from releasing videos over the past couple of weeks, but now you know why. And Madison Broward County is, Florida. It's I think Fort Lauderdale area is Broward, and that's where we're going to be teaching. Yes, Madrid locals are called gatos. Yeah, but it's not just a local. Now we've heard different because you got to be, dyed in the wool, madrileños. Anyway, you got to go back about 3 generations of living in Madrid to call yourself a gato, and I think that's fantastic as well. But anyway, we are going to get back to making videos for you guys very soon. Like I said, I've been filming a lot of stuff since I've been here. Whether it's any good or not is up for debate. Madrileños. That's hard. Madrileños. Whew. Thank you, Madison. I have to just, I'm still reading these things. That's right. Broward is where Cape Canaveral is. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, I just heard a voice. Anyway, I do believe we are coming to Washington State, Gabrielle. Unfortunately, most of the trips that we're going to be making are for shelters and rescues in the area. So you probably won't see me unless you see me walking down the street. But in that case, I would have seen a lot of you gatos here, but I haven't. So anyway, I don't think that you had these glasses in the 80s, Tipmeister. These are very fashionable right about now. I don't think they came pink. I think everything. See, I'm still an odd duck. I think I will always be an odd duck. Anyway, Shaw's asking me when I'm going to be doing a tour. I would say probably not this coming year. We were actually supposed to be doing a tour of Total Cat Mojo Live right before the pandemic hit, and it just knocked us back on our heels a little bit. And it's going to be a minute, but I can't wait to get out there with you again. I miss being out on stage, meeting you guys. So badly. I can't. Really. It's like someone has chopped off a leg. So anyway, Humane Society of Broward County does rock, Sunkissed. Anyway, man, I could do this for 3 days and not have enough of you. So thank you so much for hanging with me. Oh boy, Seaflute, I am so sorry that you're dealing with what you're dealing with. I believe, Seaflute, that if you are doing anything that pertains to end of life, I believe that my classes on that topic are still available over at catcamp.com. I hope I'm not lying about that, but they were great classes, not because of anything I did, but Stephanie Rodriguez, who's just a brilliant grief therapist, and I taught a bunch of those classes together. I think we'll probably do it again, but hopefully there's some information for you there. What's interesting is I'm reading a manuscript of a book about pet loss that's coming out, and apparently she quoted me in the book, and it's from Cat Daddy, and I totally forgot half the stuff I wrote because it all came out in a blur. But there's a lot about grief in there as well. And so I invite you to maybe read about my own experience. And of course, it's always going to be a part of our lives, the more we love animals. But anyway, nope, not coming to Minnesota. Although, again, I would love to. I really, listen, over the next year, and I think I'm going to Hawaii again at some point in the near future. It's going to be a busy summer, but I would not have it any other way. This is what I love to do. Maybe Minu doesn't like it as much as I do, but maybe I can convince her to come with me along the way. Maybe I'll do that right now. Anyway, Optic, no. The Cat Positive 360 will be staying away from the tri-state area for this year. Closest we're coming is Pittsburgh, but it'll be happening. All right, you guys, much love to all you. Thank you for joining me in beautiful Barcelona, and thank you for supporting the channel. Don't forget, if you're over on YouTube, give us a subscribe. Let us know that you like or dislike something, because I want there to be a conversation about everything we do. Thank you guys for all, we're putting up a lot of shorts and a lot of reels, and there's been some great conversations around that content as well. Don't forget, we see everything that you write. So let us know what we can do in terms of content, what you've seen and agreed with or disagreed with. I'm good. Anyway, much love, light love, much mojo, and I will see you guys very, very soon.